He was a star for the Spartans from 2010 to 2014. He also gained national attention for his bond with Lacey Holsworth, a young girl battling cancer. Adreian Payne was shot and killed early this morning in Orlando. Pamela Osborne, live tonight following the very latest information from police down in Florida. Pamela.
Karen, police are saying they have that shooter in custody. Still, so many questions remain at this hour about what led up to the shooting death of Adreian Payne. Adreian Payne, a first-round NBA draft pick and Star Center standout at Michigan State University, was shot and killed in Orlando this morning. Investigators say the first call came in just after 1:30. When they arrived on scene, they found Payne injured. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Payne, who played for the Spartans from 2010 to 2014, warmed hearts all across the country. His senior year, his special relationship with Lacey Holsworth, an 8-year-old cancer patient who he met 2 years earlier during a hospital visit, was on display that winning season. The Orange County Sheriff's Department hasn't released much information except to say the shooter, a man by the name of Lawrence Doherty, remained on the scene, was taken into custody, and placed under arrest for first-degree murder.
So, we got our shooter, and it's no surprise. I mean, gun violence, as they call it in America, you wouldn't notice if you listen to any NBA players. You think that, all it is cops running around killing sunmen, man. But really, those cop killings only amount to less than 1% of all the murders of sunmen in this country. 99% of them, well, I'd say 95% of them, are done by other sunmen. Like in this case. That cockroach JJ Redick on ESPN. Hey JJ, this isn't an undertone. This is an overtone. One of your brothers in the NBA was killed by this guy. You got anything to say about it, JJ? I didn't think so. But this kid right here, Adreian Payne, was a great man. From what I knew of him. I don't know what happened after he had a short NBA career, maybe like 3-4 years. And then he went overseas. I don't know what happened to him after that point to where he would end up in this situation. We'll find out as, things progress. But his relationship with this little girl who was in the hospital fighting cancer and subsequently died following the season, like a week after their season ended. And it was a big story in the news, big story. He would go see this little girl and she'd be all sick in the hospital with cancer. And he'd come in and she'd open her eyes because he was there. And he started believing that, if he just kept coming to see her, she'd get better. And unfortunately, that's not how cancer works. But it was a great story. It was a phenomenal story during that year, man. You could really tell that he, he really thought that, he could just, all he had to do was just keep, visiting her, keep being in her life, and somehow she would beat it. But she had a rare form of cancer that was untreatable. And it was a sad story, but it was uplifting and sad at the same time. And that's what I'd know him for more than I'd know him for basketball, because he was a good player, great college player, phenomenal college player. But as a pro, he just never panned out. Played overseas for a while. But you're not going to hear, there's going to be no tribute to him like it was for that Saint George Floyd, that beacon of hope, that beacon of life, that pillar in the community, who did 2 stints in the penitentiary, the big house, for armed robbery. And when he OD'd, had enough fentanyl in his system to kill an elephant. This guy right here who actually played in the NBA, he won't get one millionth of attention as that pipehead, as we call him in DC. We call him pipeheads. That crackhead Floyd.
The Orange County Sheriff's Department hasn't released much information except to say the shooter, a man by the name of Lawrence Doherty, remained on the scene, was taken into custody, and placed under arrest for first-degree murder. Adreian Payne was 31 years old. And within the last hour, Tom Izzo released a statement expressing his shock and sadness. It reads in part, Adreian was loved by his teammates and coaches who respected his development as a player and a person. He goes on to say that today is an incredibly difficult day for Spartans and that Adreian would actually go back to East Lansing to develop relationships with the players that came after him. Reporting live tonight, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Tough one. All right, Pamela.
And I'm not saying that NBA players are not going to recognize this guy's death. But it ain't going to be like some junkie or some career criminal that got shot by a cop. They ain't going to care about it like that. It's got to suck like nothing's ever sucked in life to know that if you're a Sunman NBA player and you get killed, like so many players in the recent last couple of years. Since I've been on YouTube the last 5 years, I can think of about 10 former NBA players that were killed. And multiple dudes' dads, like a lot of dudes' brothers and dads and sisters, all Sunman, of course, but have been killed. And you wouldn't even know because they weren't killed by a cop. It's gotta suck, man, to know that while you're out there, like say you're in the NBA, right? It's got to really, 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 really stink to know that you're part of a league full of activists. I mean, they're on the front lines about anything racial or police or injustice. This guy played in the league 4 years. He knows a lot of these guys, man. He's only 31. He's in their world. He knows these guys. All of them. Draymond Green, all of them. And to know that a junkie, a half a wino, anywhere in this world that gets shot by a cop would be on their jersey. The name would be emblazoned in their jersey. They'd be tweeting about it for 6 months. Some of them may even shed a tear. They be getting all hostile with their white friends. I need to know which side you on. We in serious times right now. I need to know whose side you on. They acting all weird to their white friends. And you, a brother, a fellow, brother in the fraternity, man, hey, you get a tweet, maybe. One tweet, maybe. That's gotta suck, man. Hit one if you feel me on that one. That's got to suck. Because every guy knows this. They all know this, man. Let's not act like they don't know that. That's the deal. But look at this picture from Michigan State basketball about circa 2014. these two guys to the right are Keith Appling and then Adreian Payne, as you see. The other guy, I think he played in the league too, but those two, though, right there, Adreian Payne and Keith Appling, this just shows you how much gun violence is in our community. Keith Appling is currently in jail on trial for murder, held without bond. And Adreian Payne was shot down, and there's a guy in jail for murder in his case. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. So many basketball adjacent, NFL adjacent people have been shot down like dogs or killed people. And they're almost 95.9% of the time it's a son, man. And we got idiots like J.J. Redick bringing up race on sports shows when it's not necessary. Give us a break, man. Can I just watch First Take without you trying to tell me I'm a victim of white supremacy, man? Okay? And this guy got killed in Florida. And we already know what the gun memorial looked like in Florida. But I think you guys, his hometown of Michigan, I'm telling you, you would be shocked if you knew what the gun memorial in Michigan looked like, where this guy, Adreian Payne, is from. He didn't have a chance. There's nowhere to run, son, people. Okay, so the gun memorial for Michigan, where son people make up 13% of the population. So this is a good test case for we could extrapolate this across the nation because some people are 13% of the population in the state of Michigan. All the fatal gunshot victims in the state of Michigan. Let's see. What are we seeing here? Woo! My God. Talk about overrepresented. These seem like overtones, JJ. Damn, JJ Redick, these are overtones, man. My God. And here's one that was killed by the police. Of course, he didn't do nothing. %13% of the population in Michigan. Look at this. And who shot Granny, man? My God. Jesus Christ. Look at this. Look at this. And they killed him twice. Look at this. Look at this, man. It's more little girls, little son girls on here than all the other races combined. Again, there are more little son girls on this. More little son girls on this gun memorial than all the other races combined. This state is 13%, son. 13%. 30%. And I would estimate they make up 90% of the gun war. $22. Okay, so at least her infant girl survived. Parents were targeted in ambush killings. So they were targeted with their child in the car, but the little infant survived. So that's good. That's good. That's one less baby on this list. Look at this, man. They make up 13% of the state's population. 13. And the few of these gliders, the few gliders you see on here, I bet you they were killed by some people. I bet you. Well, yeah, man. This is ugly up in Michigan, man. If only they had a loudmouth, big bubble lip, half an activist basketball player who makes $25 million a year that can speak on this, man. But they don't, so I guess we just gotta, wait for the pray on it. We'll pray on it, all right?